What's going on, everybody? It's your man Rusty Blade here at Smoky Studios, and I have one of Chicago's loveliest comedians with me. I got the comedian Melissa. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice for having you on the show. Now, can you tell me what got you started into comedy?
I got started into comedy because I was writing my own material. I was doing my own one-woman shows. I am degreed in theater from the University of Texas, even though I'm a Chicago native. And what I was finding is, as a woman of color, I was not booking leads or even ensemble work to anything. So when I came back to Chicago, I really wanted to have a venue and a platform to create my own work that I wasn't seeing out in the world. So in creating my own work, I took a comedy class, and that comedy class was headed by a comedian named Ken Gar, who is out in LA doing amazing work. And Ken went to his comedy booker at the time on Friday when we did the class. He said, you need to give this girl a 5-minute guest spot on Sunday. And I did a 5-minute guest spot, my first time ever doing comedy ever, in front of 350 people. And that was for a Mikey O show at Joe's on Wheat Street. And that's how I got started, and really the reason why. I wanted to see more people who look like me, women of color, who weren't afraid to talk about sex, feminism, coming into your own family tradition, being Puerto Rican, being Boricua, and still like being able to hold on to traditions and saying F the rest.
Oh, we pa. So, oh, wepa. See, I would read it and say it wrong. Now you learn something new every day. How long? Yeah, I did. I screwed up. You ain't gotta talk about me, Alex. Okay. Now, how long would it take you to write a set?
It depends. I'm already drawing from a lot of the work that I had already written, but if I was doing something that was a completely new audience, sometimes, I'm a culprit of writing the stuff the day of, but I marinate on a lot of things. So things that just pop up and things that I've been dealing with, like dating a white guy, or like my abuela calling me 3-4 times a day. That's grandma. For abuela, right? So these are things that I'm already marinating on, and most of the time I'm journaling, I'm writing, and then I piece it together sometimes the night before, the day of. But I like to write out my set and then throw it away before the stage, because sometimes you just have to go with what the audience is giving you, the energy and all that stuff.
Now, can you tell me what are some of your favorite places to perform?
My favorite places to perform, well, Joe's on Wheat Street was a really nice venue for me because it was home to a lot of Puerto Ricans, mostly Latino audiences from all over, but mostly Chicago Latino audiences, which I catered directly to. But I really, really loved when organizations like NACOPRO, which is like a national organization for Puerto Rican women professionals, and the Puerto Rican Bar Association, when organizations that were predominantly Latino booked me to host their own events. That was my favorite time, because it just kind of like gets everybody out of their stuffy professional, we got to be straight tie, and we just kind of like let our hair down, loosen up, and just talk shit.
See, that's what I like, when you get to relax and be in the element, like it's real chill. Because when it's too stuffy, you can't enjoy yourself. You're always looking, what can I say this?
And you can't take yourself too seriously in a lot of places, especially when you're already working so hard. You're working in a professional development area or a professional setting, and you have an award ceremony or a barbecue or an appreciation ceremony. You want to get a comedian to kind of like loosen everybody up so they can have a good time and really earn what they earn.
Nice. Now, we were talking off set. You do a little bit of acting as well. Can you tell us about that?
I do a lot of acting, actually. I am an actor first and foremost. Comedy was a happy accident, and I've been focusing on my acting since that was my degree. And then when I came to Chicago, I started doing my own plays and doing my own one-woman shows. My one-woman shows then got me enough energy and I guess my name out there a little bit more. And so I started booking work. I was on the Goodman stage. I was at Victory Gardens. I've been doing a lot more industry and institutional theater. So I'm always an actor first and foremost. And then I got on Chicago PD most recently doing Detective Luisa Flores, corrupt cop. So booking TV and film. I do a lot of independent film. I work with Matthew Aaron, who does some really amazing independent film work, and a Puerto Rican filmmaker named Carlos Jimenez Flores. He does a lot of Puerto Rican films, so just sticking with artists who are interested in combating mainstream media. They want to see more people of color out in those movies. They want to see more women doing things that that are pushing the status quo of what we see women in theater and film do. So that's what I kind of focus on, getting into and pushing the status quo.
Man, you got a leader out here, ladies. She for the empowerment, especially people of color. That's what I'm talking about. Now, can you tell us any events or shows you have coming up?
Events and shows. So I have a one-woman show called Sushi Frito, which talks about intersectionality. So what does it mean to be a neo-Latina? What does it mean to be a Latina with traditional roots and still wants to fight against things that kind of hold women back, as far as like patriarchy, misogyny? It's also talking about how my abuela plays a huge role in my life. And it talks about Humboldt Park. I'm from Humboldt Park, born and raised. It talks about gentrification. It talks about what is white culture and what it is to have Latinos running the streets and running like society and doing pop culture things that are deemed white, like therapy and quinoa and stuff, yoga even. So that's what that play talks about. It's really amazing. I'm putting it on at my theater home, Free Street, and that's going to be in the summer. And you can also see early next year a show called Brown Girls, written by Fatima and directed by Sam Bailey. It is an amazing show with 2 leads, women of color, and it talks about queerness. It talks about the South Side of Chicago, and that's going to come out early next year.
Nice. Not only is she working on the acting side, but she's also a comedian, and she got a lot of work out here for the people. Now, where can they reach you on your social media?
At BoomBoom Duprey on Twitter and Instagram. And you can always catch me on Facebook, Melissa Duprey Performer, and also follow me on either one of my personal page or the performance page. I'm always connecting comedy and social justice work and theater and art activism, artivism, and I'm always pushing it out. So if you ever feel like you need to be involved in making sure your story is heard as a person of color or even as an artist and you don't have any platforms, please follow me, because we've got places and work for you to do. So that's the best place to get the information, and I'm always sharing it out.
All right. Now, for the people, can you spell it? Because we don't want them to go to the wrong place. They've been in there. I thought I tried to. No.
Melissa, Melissa, Duprey, Duprey, of the Humboldt Park Dupreys.
Humboldt Park in the building. Chi-Town in the building. Melissa Duprey, Rusty Blade, Urban Grind TV. We out.
This is Melissa Duprey, and you are now watching Urban Grind TV.